What's going on, everybody? This is Steven Robles, and it's been a minute since I've shown you around the current smart home. It's almost done. We're almost about a month away. So I just wanted to show you some of the things we have installed. Some smart light switches, smart thermostats. The internet is almost here, but I did terminate all those Ethernet cables, did some in-wall speakers. So I'm gonna go through all of that. We're here in the garage, probably pretty echoey, so I'm testing the voice isolation feature in Final Cut. I'll be using that to help the audio as I walk through this very empty house right now. So if you think it sounds pretty good, it's because voice isolation in Final Cut. But anyway, here's the garage. I actually got to park in here today, parked the Apple car in here. Just kidding, my son wanted to put the Apple sticker on the car. So nothing too smart in here, but I will say the garage door opener, which we have up here, it's not a smart garage door opener, but I've actually had a good experience with the Meris garage door opener. It actually is compatible with a lot of different garage door motors. So I'm going to use that Meris garage door opener adapter on here so we'll be able to control the garage door with Siri and HomeKit, do all the automation and stuff like that. So let's go actually into the house. These switches right here control the garage lights and some exterior lights. They're just controlling these LED lights here in the garage and the outside lights. So just did the Meris ones. The Meris ones are some of the most inexpensive. They're like 20-something each. You don't need a hub. They connect directly to Wi-Fi. So that's why I used those in a couple places. Now here's actually going to be our utility room. So we got some cabinetry. This was just installed yesterday. This is where our washer and dryer is going to go. We also have a chest freezer. Now I did go with a Wemo switch here because it needed to be a three-way. This switch and the switch on the other side of the room right here both control this light. Now I've learned some things about three-way switches and smart lighting. So this one is set up correctly, meaning regardless of the position that the dumb switch is in, because that switch is a dumb switch, not a smart switch. Regardless of the position that one is in, the Wemo light switch works in both positions. Apparently, when you get smart switches that work with a three-way circuit, you can have the other switch be a dumb switch, but the smart switch has to be the first one in the circuit, meaning from your panel, whether it's in the garage or outside, when power comes into a room, typically it goes to one light switch first and then piggybacks to that second light switch for a three-way circuit. If the smart switch is in that farther position, it will not work. So if the dumb switch is off, the smart switch has no power and can't control it. So the smart switch has to be in the first or primary position in that three-way circuit. Now that is not the case in this next room. So this is actually our kind of family room. This is the one I actually set up with a home theater. I'll show you some of the speakers in a second. I wanted to use switches that would match dumb switches, so I actually went with the Leviton brand. But unfortunately, this was set up where the dumb switch is actually the first one in the circuit. So if that dumb switch is off, this switch does nothing. Here, I'll even show you. I'm going to go over here to the other light switches. Here we actually have Ecobee thermostat. So got to control that with HomeKit automations. Love the Ecobee. This also has the smart voice control. So this is actually a Siri device. So you can actually tell this Ecobee thermostat to do Siri commands and it'll do it. Down here I have several switches. I had to go with Lutron fan control. They're really the only HomeKit ceiling fan control switches. So that's controlling the fan. This is controlling the fan light. But this switch is a dumb switch that's a three-way to that other Leviton. So when I turn this off, which is the first one in the circuit, now this Leviton, this supposed to be a three-way switch, does not work. So the dumb switch has to be on. So anyway, they're going to fix that. The electrician told me that Leviton makes a remote, basically, that is a wired-in switch, and that remote will be able to be put in that dumb switch position so both three-way switches can work. So they'll be doing that soon. This is actually going to be the office/studio. So still have to set up some sound isolation panels, got to do some sound treatment. I got those electrical plugs up high so I can put some lighting up there for key lights and hair lights. Got a funky looking ceiling fan up here, you know, had to be different. And in here, the ceiling fan light is the only light in the room. So I went with a Wemo, just regular switch right here for the fan light. And then fan speed, again, Lutron really makes the only HomeKit control switch for that, so I used the Lutron fan control switch. So I can control the ceiling fan speed and the light, both in HomeKit separately. Here in our guest bathroom, I didn't do any dimmers. I actually just did 3 Meris switches. These are just simple on-off switches, but all HomeKit, don't require a hub. I actually like how they click. I like the Meris switches even a little more than the Wemo, but again, the Meris didn't have a dimmer that I really liked. All right, so since we're here, let me show you the home theater. These are in-wall speakers Polk Audio in-wall speakers. It was my first time ever installing in-wall speakers, and let me tell you, it is one of the scariest things to put a handsaw or a drywall saw through your brand new drywall painted to install these in-wall speakers. I measured a bunch of times. I got one of those laser levels. I'll show you some pictures of what it looked like in the process. I was sawing away. I cut these holes myself. The wiring we had run previously, I'll show you a picture of that too. So the wiring was right where I left it, which was great. These are, again, Polk Audio in-wall speakers. Put the TV bracket up early so it's ready to go when we're ready to move in. Have the HDMI running in the wall. Use one of those like bristle things. It's down there and it's coming out there at the bottom. All the speaker cables are going to this wall plate ready for banana plugs. Then in addition to the in-wall speakers, I have in-ceiling speakers, and those all fan and spinning and LED lights, but there is an in-ceiling speaker there, and there's another one back there. And so I got 4 in-ceiling. So total, we're gonna have a 7.1. I'm gonna have a sub on the floor next to the entertainment center. And it's gonna be 2 Dolby Atmos speakers above the sofa. And then you got the 2 rear, left and right in the front, and the center channel plus sub. So that's 7.1. Also mounted the Ubiquiti Wi-Fi access point. Those are the Wi-Fi 6 long range versions. I got one here and then one in the main living room area, which I'll show you in a second. And all those cables are running to the closet. I'll put a link to my previous video where I explained how I was running the cables and what I was doing. Talk to the Frontier guy. Frontier Fiber Internet is available, so I'll get gig service. And they're gonna be able to run it into this closet, this is where I have all the Ethernet cable from around the house. I got a rack that I'm going to install at the very top of this closet and plug everything into that. So the Wi-Fi access points from Ubiquiti are power over Ethernet. They'll be powered by these Ethernet cables. I ran an Ethernet cable to every TV in the house because there's gonna be Apple TVs at every TV. One of those Apple TVs hardwired, and then also to the entertainment center area, 2 to the office, because that's where I'll be working, doing podcasts, probably streaming. So wanted 2 Ethernets there just in case. This is one of my kids' rooms, and again, did Lutron switches to match here. 1 dimmer for the fan light and a fan speed control switch there. Real quick, I'll show you the master bedroom. Did 3 Lutrons here, wanted them all to match. I got the can lighting switch, that's a dimmer. The ceiling fan light is also dimmable, and then the Lutron speed control switch for the fan. So that's all here in the master bedroom. And then master bath, I also have some smart switches. I did all Wemo in the bathroom, so they're all matching, all Wemo. There's a dimmer for the vanity lights. I'll dim these real quick so you can see. So the Wemo dimmer, I can control the dimming, and of course can do that with Siri and HomeKit and all that. Also did a Wemo dimmer for the walk-in closet. Probably didn't need a dimmer for the walk-in closet, but I kind of had an extra dimmer, so I just put it there. Here is actually where a lot of the 3-way and 4-way light switches were an issue, and the electrician's gonna come back and change some of these out. You see we actually have like dumb switches matching with smart switches. Gonna replace some of those dumb switches with remote style Leviton switches, so that'll help. We just got cabinets installed in the kitchen. Island cabinet, next up will be granite in about a week and a half. And so that's exciting. Not sure what smart stuff I'll be putting in the kitchen just yet. Didn't get a smart faucet or anything, but we'll see. But all the lights will be smart switches on all of those. And the outside light, all that kind of stuff. Went with the Circle View doorbell cam. Now, it was basically between this and then Wemo's doorbell cam. The Wemo one actually has a larger field of view. And so it was tempting to go with that one, but overall, I just like the look of the Logitech Circle View doorbell cam a little better. And it's totally HomeKit secure video. There's not even an app to manage it. The Wemo one does have the Wemo app, so you might have some dual thing there, but I just wanted to go totally HomeKit. Now, one other thing that is not smart in this main living room is the fireplace light. So this is our fireplace. There's gonna be a TV mounted above. It's really high, but I did get a bracket that will let the TV come out and angle down pretty far. But then the fireplace actually has some smart LED lights, and I'm not really sure how to make those smart if I could. I mean, I could do a dimmer switch or maybe just a regular switch, at least to turn them on or off. But the remote for the fireplace also controls the flames and all that kind of stuff. So I'll probably just leave it alone, but that is the fireplace. And then I have one other Ubiquiti access point up there in the main living room area, and it's positioned here because hopefully we'll also get the outside a little bit. We are going to have a pool. The shell is there. I guess I can show you guys that. Let me walk out here real quick. change that f-stop there. Okay, so here we are on the patio. These ceiling fans are going to be on smart switches, so we can control those with our phones. And then that is the pool area. It's going to be a hot tub pool. We got a shed back there. Whoa, that was a loud bug. Let me get out of here. Some massive bug just flew by my head, and I'm now staying out there because I don't know what that was. But anyway, that's where the pool will be. We're going to have some Logitech Circle View cameras around. Also going to, instead of floodlights, do a floodlight cam. There's an Atmos floodlight cam, and Eve is coming out with a floodlight cam that's totally HomeKit. I think I'm going to wait for the Eve one that comes out, I think, in May. And I'll replace some of the exterior lights on that. But to kind of close out the tour, let's go outside. We'll go out the garage and we'll kind of show you the color of the house. I'll turn down that f-stop even more because it's pretty bright out here. Probably should have brought an ND filter, but there's the house, painted a sage green color. See some of that white trim around, got the outside light up there. Doorbell cam's gonna go over there. And again, you'll see some of the floodlights are already installed, but I'm gonna switch those out. Anyway, that's the current state of the smart home. Again, we're about a month away. We still gotta get permanent power to the house from the electric company, still need granite installed. Then the final trim out, which is like toilet's gotta be installed and water's gotta be turned on, and then final inspections and all that kind of stuff. So follow along. I'm gonna be going through all the actual smart stuff once it's all live. So if you'd like a whole video of me doing the in-wall speakers, in-ceiling speakers, and access points, terminating those wires and all that, let me know. I even did the wall plates for the Ethernet, which are punch-down jacks. I filmed a whole video just in case you're interested. It's those punch-in jacks for all the wall plates for Ethernet. Anyway, as always, hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Going to be finishing this smart home project probably in about 2 or 3 more videos. Plus, I got a bunch of podcasting content, how to build a website. All that is on the channel. Leave a comment below. Let me know what else you'd like to learn about here on the Bearded Teacher YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Twitter at Stephen Robles. Link to all of that is in the video description and to my previous videos during the construction process. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.